Awesome, we are live. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. And Happy New Year. So, this is 2022. And We are here in another episode of a Digital Business Owner. And with me here is my business partner, all the way from Canada. Altman, welcome so much. Thank you for coming. Welcome to my page.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Happy New Year 2022. I wish everyone the best and a year full of success.
Yeah.
Thank you again for having me in your series of live Facebook interview.
Thank you so much for coming. So, Ahmed, can you introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Of course, my pleasure. I'm Otman. I am a professional engineer. I work in the real estate development, so that's my 9 to 5 job. I am also a digital marketing business owner, and Elizabeth is my business partner from Switzerland. I also volunteer for 2 non-for-profit organizations here in Canada, Toronto. And I moved from Morocco about 11 years ago to follow my studies, university studies and postgrad studies, as well as my master's before starting my professional career. And that's pretty much a little bit of an introduction about myself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. If you're new to my page, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. If you're not, you know me, you don't already know me. So why do you start this business? Why do you decide to put yourself out there? Being a professional engineer, a city builder, and all that. I know you guys earn a lot. I know that. But why do you start? Why do you dive into the digital space?
Yeah, simply to put it in perspective, yes, as a professional engineer, a lot of people are under the impression that we may be making enough to sustain a certain lifestyle. But is it true that we can sustain that lifestyle or reach our goals? Well, that's a big question mark, right?
Yeah.
It's very dependent on the corporations you work with. The work also is very dependent of the environment you work with, the value of the company. So starting digital business can not only be because you want to make more income, but it's also you want to change the environment you work in, right? You want to get away from that 9 to 5 hustle where you don't feel sometimes appreciated. So to not go to yeah, that's
Yeah, of
true,
course.
right?
Mhm.
So to not go sideways, to answer your question, why I started digital business. So one is obviously to supplement my income. The internet is an infinite pool of is an infinite pool to grow the business, right, and to reach people and engage with people, right? It's also a good way to build a reliable income stream that
Yeah.
can generate, if you're successful, consistent, and persistent with your work, it can start generating 4, 5, even 6 figures monthly, right? If you strategize your work in the right manner. And that's what we do. We give mentoring and coaching to help those people reach those goals. And finally, I would say that is to start investing into my future. And this system make it easy, since it is a plug-in system, automated system with very detailed step-by-step training that give you the ins and out of running a successful digital business. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that. You nailed it. Supplementing your income is very, very important. The world we're living in right now, because things are getting more expensive by the day, and tax here and there, blah blah blah. And but for me, the main reason why I joined this business is not just only supplementing my income, is the fact that I want. I'm a mom. You're a man, so so me, I want to stay at home to take care of my kids and
Yeah,
earn at the same time. And that was the reason why I took a break in my nursing career and said, well, this running daycare shift and all the rest of them, it was really, really telling on me, because the stress is if I don't know how to describe it. And it's not just that when I drop off my kid in a daycare, like my son, he doesn't eat. So he doesn't eat there until whenever he comes home. So taking that feeling to go to work, knowing that your kid will not eat in the daycare because he doesn't like the food, or he's so picky. Even at home, he's so picky, he doesn't eat everything. With my daughter, I don't have a problem, but my son, a very huge problem. He doesn't eat everything. So dropping him off really give me so much concern that this boy will not eat till whenever I comes to pick him up from the daycare. And it's really, I don't just like that.
yeah,
I have to do this, I have to rush. So thank God for this business. So when I found out about this business,
of course.
I yeah, to enable me to take care of my kids and earn at the same time. You really know how much we earn in this business. It's not a child's play.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that was really
absolutely. Yeah, time freedom is very important, right?
important.
And
Yeah.
what, like I mentioned, it's automated, right? It runs 24/7 in the background, right? So you have that time to give to your family, to see your family grow, but also all those worries that you have waking up in the morning. Oh, is my kid, for example, in your care? Is he gonna eat in the daycare? Is he gonna be taken care of in the daycare the way I want him to be taken care of, right? And you still have that mom attachment, especially when the kids go to daycare for the first time, for the first
Yeah.
few weeks, a few months. So there isn't that trust yet that you have built, right?
Yeah.
So absolutely, the time freedom is key in this business, and that's why a lot of people have joined, is to be able to be there for their family, for their newborn, but not only that, to build a future for their kids, right? To have
Yeah.
for them to have a comfortable lifestyle when they grow, when they go to university, right? And
Mhm.
and also building a kind of a pension plan for yourself, right?
Of course, because I always say that this in this business you don't work for anybody but yourself. Like you can see in the screen right now, your business is registered on your name, mine is registered on my name. So this is our business. We work for ourselves, not for anyone. You're not a slave to anyone. You have to do things yourself. You have to work on your business because this is a business, and you have to pass it on to your kids. So it's really a very good one. It's really amazing. The system is really good. So what's the biggest lesson so far in this business?
Well, I think the biggest lesson I would want to share with everyone is that this business is a legit taxable business, and it is not a get rich quick scheme,
Yeah.
right? It of course requires time and effort like any other business. The only difference is that the return on investment on this business is exponentially higher than any other business you may think of starting. And
Yeah.
it is so much more flexible and global.
Mhm.
Like I said, like the key in my answer here is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes effort, it takes consistency, and it takes staying motivated, because the reward is so much bigger than the efforts you're gonna be doing in the beginning. So much bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That is amazing. That is the truth about it. It's not a quick rich scheme. It's not, but it can also be quick. So it depends on you, because our journey is not the same. my journey and your journey is totally different. So you
Yeah.
don't compare your journey with another person, and there is no competition. Because if I'm competing with you right now, I won't be sharing the same studio right now talking about this business. You do your thing, I do my thing. That's about this business. Like some other businesses, there is so many competition. There's so many, I'm competing with this or that, right? But in our business, it's nothing. You have our journey. We have a different lifestyle, different journeys, and our journey are completely different. So you don't compare ourselves, because there's no competition whatsoever. And so, what's your favorite part? Because we have so many things in these businesses that some people say this is my favorite part and this is my favorite part. So, what's yours in this business? Your favorite part? What you love so much in this business? I know we have so many, but what's yours?
Yeah, I think we touched base on it earlier a little bit, but I
Mhm.
think my favorite part being a digital business owner is being in control of what I do, right?
Mhm.
Is being my own boss. You can manage your own time, you can plan your tasks according to your day.
Mhm.
And really all you need is basically a smartphone and laptop, right? So it's mobile, right? So
Yeah.
you can be on the street having fun with your friends and just checking your smartphone for like 5 seconds. Oh my god, I got like 20 leads in like 10 minutes. This is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, right? And you
Yes.
don't have to take care of it right away because the system is automated, right? So
Mhm.
everything is done for you in the background. So when you go home, then you can take care of whatever task you have to do, right?
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, you don't feel pressured or you don't feel that hectic feeling where you say, oh my god, I have something to do, work has just contacted me, like our 9 to 5 job, they want us to do
Mm.
this task for tomorrow. Oh
Mhm.
my god, like it's very stressful, like I really don't want to deal with this right now. There's none of that in this business, right? You're in control of everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it is. The flexibility and the automated system is second to none. Is really really a very good system, and it works. It works for everybody. I always say this system works. You just have to work on your business. It works. And by me, the favorite part of this business, that what I really love most about this business is the connection, because most of my interviews, I always say that, I love the connection because we are well connected. You'll be connected with different people all over the world. You've never been to, I don't know, have you ever visited Switzerland before?
Sorry?
Have you ever visited Switzerland?
Switzerland? No, I've never been, unfortunately. I would love
Yeah,
to, but now I know someone in Switzerland,
of
so I can
course.
come visit. There you
That's the
go.
spirit, because you get connected with people all over the world. You can just pack up your bag right now and say, Elizabeth, I'm coming to Switzerland. I have something to do. Of course, you're welcome. So the connection is massive. You
Yeah.
have you have so many people that will support you in your business. So many people you can reach out to. So many people, they're always there with the same mindset, with the same positive vibe. So
Yeah,
many people out there. So that's what I love so much about this business, the
so
connection with
it's a
people.
global community that actually connect us, and like you mentioned earlier, there is no competition whatsoever, right? We're all here to help each other. Like no one want to do better than the other. No one is has been ever negative about this business. Everyone want to see each other succeed. Everyone want to see. Obviously, if someone has started 5 years ago, he will be at a different stage than you, but ultimately he wants you to be at the same stage, right? So he will actually give you his tips to get there faster than he ever did before, right?
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and that's the beauty about this business. It's basically equality, unity, and we're all one and we all help each other.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. Thank you so much for that. Thank you
Of
so
course.
much for that wonderful statement. So what's your advice? Like people that wants to join this business for yeah, there's always the first time. People that wants to join us, what's your advice for people out there? Like we have so many fence sitters sitting and saying, I don't know what these people are doing. But what's your advice if you want to
Yeah.
capture these people?
Absolutely, I can share my advice, and it's one that is applicable to different streams of work, right? Whether it's an online business, whether it's your 9 to 5 job, whether it's your activities, extracurricular activities you do. um, Commitment, commitment. When you commit to do something, you should not give up that easily, because truly it is a blessing, and
Of course.
anyone can succeed in this.
Yeah.
We have a community of more than 100,000 people. 100,000 people, that means something,
Yeah. There
right?
is power in numbers. It
Sorry.
means a lot. I said there is power in numbers. It really
Yeah,
means a lot.
yeah,
Numbers
yeah.
don't lie.
And it grows and it keeps growing every
Yeah.
day. And like I said, commitment.
Yeah.
If you commit, succeed. You will succeed. It's in the way. It's in the way. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna. Some people see results within a month, 2 months. Some 4, 5. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, if you commit, you are already there. You
Of
are
course.
already there, and you have
Of
the
course.
support of an entire community. You can reach out to anyone from
Mm-hmm.
the Philippines, anyone in Europe, Africa,
Oh yeah.
North America. They will help you with an open
Support
hand.
you in business. Yeah. Thank you so much for that wonderful advice. And one thing I always say is that, being a fence sitter, peeping what these people are doing, the fence doesn't move. One thing you have to do is just to take action, and when you take action, you move. There is always a 90 minutes webinar for you to watch. Then after watching that webinar, if it is what you would like to do, what you want to do, then you move forward and take the next step. If it is not, then it is not for you. I keep saying that anybody can do this business, though it's not for everybody. Because some people, when they check it out and they said, oh, this is not for me. Some people say, yeah, it is for me. So it's a free word, it's a
You have to
risk-free
have
business.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
have faith. You have to have faith in the process, right? You have to sometimes take action to see what the results will be, right? If you
Of course.
don't take action and you don't see it for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you might have that sense of regret. And one thing that in life I personally hate is having regret.
Yeah.
So I try. If it doesn't work for me, then I say I have my reasons, then okay, I move on to the next thing, right? But
Yeah.
there is a process, right? There is a
Mm-hmm.
You sign up, there's a webinar, right? A very
Mm-hmm.
informative webinar that give you
A
a
clue.
sense of the business plan, of the strategies we use. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you're more interested, if you think it is for you,
Mm-hmm.
no strings attached. The webinar is no strings attached. You can
Mm-hmm.
book your coaching call. The coaching call is also it's
It doesn't
149
take.
fee. It's
Yeah.
refundable within
Mm-hmm.
30 days.
Yeah.
If you still don't think it is not for you, the money is going back
It's
on your
refunded.
bank account, and that's
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, it's risk free. The
Yeah.
most important thing is just to take the step, like you said. I've never seen a business that when you come inside, they will tell you to come inside and check things for yourself. Because whenever people come to me, I'll say, check it yourself, because I will not make your decision. You have your decision to make, because everything is there in your email. When you check it out, if it is not for you, then your money will be refunded. No one is taking your money for anything. We are made. No one is taking your money for what? I really don't know. So it's just for you to check things out for yourself. If it is for you, then it's for you. If it is not for you, then it's not for you. Like some people will come to me and said, I checked it out. What if it does? If what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? But in the other hand, what if you fly? What if you fly? Because you can actually fly. You didn't think about that. That's negative. Negative people that I always talk about. You always think about the negativity. What if I fail? What if I did not succeed like these people? But what if you fly? Because we no none of us have two heads. We only have one. What if you fly? Because you can actually fly. So I really don't. know the
Yeah.
reason why some people
I mean,
okay, makes us
it's
skeptical.
their own decision. It's not a business where we pushy. Uh,
No,
People have their free will. They make
of
their own
course.
decision.
Mhm.
They want to join, they must have a why they want to join. That's very important, right? And we help them develop their why and reach their goals.
Yeah.
We have masterminds, we have coaches, we have mentors. All
Hmm.
the step of the way, they support you. We have a very very detailed training. I
Yeah.
call it a master of social digital marketing
I'm telling you.
training. It is
Seriously.
literally a training that you will pay thousands and thousands of dollars for,
Yeah.
and it's like it is
It's free.
actually quite impressive and mind blowing how it is structured and how
Hmm.
detailed it is,
Hmm.
um, and it is constantly updated, right?
Yeah.
Because we use
Yeah.
social media, and social media is constantly being updated. The rules and regulations are constantly being updated. So we
Mm.
have a community that helped also update
Yeah.
the training system and platform. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Of
your
course.
wonderful time. Thank you so much for coming up. I know
Pleasure.
we are so busy right now. I know you too. You have so many things to do, but squeezing out this little time, to be with me on my page. Really, God bless you. Okay. Thank
My
you so much.
pleasure. My pleasure. Happy New Year to everyone again. I wish you all the success in your life, and
Yes.
I hope to see you soon. And take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.